Hey guys, welcome to Diablo 3 Season 21 Starter Guide. This guide is meant for new players who are just starting out and players who are coming back after a long hiatus. This is meant to help you get the best start in the game when starting on a seasonal character. So, with that said, what you're going to want to do is first things first, you're going to want to create your seasonal character. Just go ahead and pick one for either normal or hardcore, whichever one you're going to want to be playing. I myself am going to be playing hardcore from beginning to end in this entire season. Gives it a little more spice because you always have that constant permadeath that you got to worry about there. So anyway, once you create your character, you're going to want to go ahead and you're going to want to go into adventure mode and get your guy started out. And then you're going to want to cancel that and you're going to want to go in and do the challenge rift. Now remember, the challenge rift does not start until every Monday. Now the new season, however, is not going to start until next Friday, July 3rd. So you're not going to want to do the challenge rift until next Friday. So don't do it on Monday, otherwise you're going to lose out on the benefits. So you're going to go ahead and you're going to start your challenge rift. You want to make sure that you beat the time. These are timed rifts, and you need to make sure that you run through it and you beat it in time so you can go ahead and get the rewards for this. So you're going to go ahead and you're going to talk to that non-NPC right there. You're going to get your word, log out of the game, and log back into your seasonal character. Now, once you've logged in, you're going to run down, you're going to get your challenge rift reward right here, and then you're going to go ahead and open this up. Now, this is very beneficial to start out with for your challenge or for your season. With these, what you're going to be getting is you're going to be getting enough gold to max out all of your smithing, jewelcraft, and mystic. You're going to get about 15 of each bounty material. You're going to get 35 death breaths, and you're going to get 475 blood shards. Now, this is a great start because it's going to get you some upgraded weapons that you're going to need to help you run through to hit level 70 as quickly as possible. Now, the blood shards I'll go over a little more in depth a little bit later, but just to let you know, these are actually really good to have. You're going to be talking to Gadala, and you're going to be working on possibly getting some good legendaries to help you start out in the beginning. She does have legendaries that range from level 11 to level 16 that are going to give you a really good start. So we'll get into that a little bit later. Alright, so first things first, after you open up your challenge rift bag, you're going to want to go ahead and upgrade your blacksmith, jewel crafting, and your mystic to level 12, max level. Reason being is you're going to want to be able to use everything at their disposal. What we're going to do is with the blacksmith, after he's maxed out, we're going to create a level 70 weapon, and then we're going to take that over to the Kanai's Cube and we're going to upgrade it into a legendary weapon. Now, with the Kanai's Cube, we're going to go over that in a second. Now, the reason why I'm using Demon Hunter this season is because their weapon pool is so small. They only have 2 daggers that you can choose for that are going to give you a great multiplier. The Carlisle's Point, which is going to give you a multiplier for Impale, and then you have Lord Greenstone's Fan, which is going to give you a multiplier for Fan of Knives. Now, with the Demon Hunter getting the Shadow Mantle and the Hadrig's Gift for the seasonal set, this is going to be a perfect opportunity to try and get a Carlisle's Point, because that is going to be the weapon of choice for this particular build. So that's the one I'm going to be shooting for. Now, with regards to the Kanai's Cube, we're going to go over that. This is going to be a quest that is given to you by Zoltan Kuhl once you start your adventure mode. You're going to want to run down to Zoltan Kuhl. He will talk to you about finding a particular treasure, and that's going to be in the ruins of Sescheron. Now, I would highly suggest probably getting to maybe level 5 or maybe level 8 before running to the ruins of Sescheron, which is going to be in Act 3, I believe. You're gonna want to run through. You're gonna want to go ahead and get the Kanai's Cube, and then once you have that, you're gonna be able to do some interesting things with it. Particularly, you're gonna be able to upgrade epic weapons into legendary weapons. So again, since this only has 2 daggers in the pool, you're gonna either get Lord Greenstone's Fan or you're gonna get Carlisle's Point. Now, like I said, with the build that I want to do, I want a Carlisle's Point. Now, I've already farmed for quite a few things, so I have some additional materials, but I'm just going to give you an example here. So you can actually do this multiple times after you gain more death breath and more materials to try and get the weapon of your choice. So we'll do 4 more of these and we'll see if I get exactly what I need. Alright, so see, there you go. So I got a Carlisle's Point. Now, the great thing about extracting the power from any legendary weapon is you are always going to benefit from the maximum amount of percentage for that particular multiplier. So, for example, the Carly's point ranges from 300% to 375% for an increase in the Impale move. Whereas if you put it into the Kanai's cube and you extract the power, you will automatically get that 375% increase. It will always give you the max, which is fantastic. So now that we got all that done, it's time to start our journey from level 1 to 70. So the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go to the follower, and you're going to want to take their weapon. Now, since I'm using a demon hunter, I'm going to want to take the bow off of the scoundrel, because that's going to give me a little bump in strength. It's basically based on whichever class you're using. If you're using a melee class, you want to take the Templar's weapon. Range, for example, with the demon hunter, you want to go ahead and take the bow. The enchantress weapon, I don't really even think you need to worry about that one at all. So what you're going to want to do, for me personally, I always take the Templar because I like his skills that kind of mesh along with you, and it kind of helps you out in the long run. Now, before we get started on the leveling process, I do want to discuss Kadala. Kadala is a character on the side who she's a merchant who deals in blood shards. You're going to be getting blood shards from drops within the rifts as well as from certain goblins. Now, Kadala is she's random. It's very difficult to get some items, but if you start doing it at level 1, you can actually get some pretty good increases for certain classes. I will go ahead and leave the link to this website, which is the D3 Kadala Planner, in the description below, so that you guys can check it out and you can see what would be good for you to pull out at level 1, so you can go ahead and get a pretty decent start. So, with that being said, moving along with the leveling, the best thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go to either Act 2 or Act 3. Act 2, you want to check and see if the quest line for Magda is there or for Zoltan Kuhl. Act 3, you're going to want to look for Azmodan. If any of these pop up, these are the ones that you want to do first, because you're going to get a bump up to at least maybe level 4, and you're going to get some pretty decent gear from the treasure chest. You want to make sure that the quest is actually there so you get that treasure chest afterwards. Now, I got lucky in this sense that Zoltan Kuhl popped up for me. Now, Zoltan Kuhl is actually really good to use because he has two other monsters with him. So what you're going to want to do is, while you're shooting at those, if you see one that's getting close to dying, you're going to want to make sure that you're in the middle of the group of enemies, because when you level up, there's an explosion that actually hits the other characters all around you that will damage them as well. So you'll see here shortly, as I'm fighting the golem, I'm going to be killing him in a certain point, and Zoltan Kuhl is going to be close to me, and you're going to watch his health drop by about half. So right here, take a look. You see Zoltan Kuhl just drop by half. And I don't know why I completely forgot that I had Impale ready to go right after I leveled up, so it took me a little while to finally realize, oh yeah, I leveled so I can use Impale. Had I used it before, I would have just one-shotted these guys. That's how strong that multiplier is. It's going to give you the ability to pretty much one-shot everything in hard or expert mode. As you can see there, I finally realized I had it, so... Alright, so that's pretty much it to get yourself started with regards to this season. So, like I said, I'm going to go ahead and I'll leave a link to the D3 Kadala Planner in the description below. If you guys enjoyed this and you want to see more, go ahead and check me out. I'm going to be playing on Twitch Monday, Wednesday, and Friday once the season starts, so come check it out at 8 p.m. Until then, see you guys later.